Hey Ezra, here's this video I told you I'd make for you. Um, you might hear my little daughter yelling and screaming in the background, so just a heads up. Um, okay, so I'm going to walk you through a couple things here, and then try to answer some of those questions that you had. So, okay, one of the important things to note is that your actual like physical location is in Holiday. It's not Salt Lake City. So what that means is that, give me a sec here. What that means is when people search spa Salt Lake City or massage Salt Lake City, massage therapist, all your keywords, but with Salt Lake City, you are never going to win in the maps because your actual address is in Holiday, where all of these people are actually in Salt Lake City. So what that means, it's not a deal breaker, but basically what it means is that if you want to get business from all of the traffic that's going to Salt Lake City keywords, and you can see there's a lot, like massage Salt Lake City is 2,400, spa Salt Lake City is 1,600. If you ever want to get traffic from that, with the way it is now, the only possible way is to rank a page organically. Okay, so basically, here's what I would do. Here's the plan that I would have for you. Okay, so I would work to rank your website for Holiday, not Salt Lake City. The whole website would be all about Holiday, but then we would have a page that's about Salt Lake City, and we would rank that one page organically. So hopefully, ideally, eventually at the top here, to bring you some traffic that way. Now, a lot of people these days call somebody in the maps because people love to read reviews and all that type of stuff. But there are people that go down and look at the organic listings. So there's definitely traffic to get there and business to get. But I just want you to know up front that with where your physical address is, you'll never rank in the maps for Salt Lake City, but you can for Holiday. And Holiday is like 30K population. Salt Lake City's about 195K. So, there's definitely some business that you can get from being ranked in Holiday, especially for like a lot of people in those smaller cities or suburbs of a big city. Like people that live in Holiday might be searching massage Salt Lake City instead. Just like here in Arizona, they might search, something Phoenix, even though they live in the suburb like Glendale or Peoria. So that's really just kind of an issue that I want to make you aware of up front. But when those people that are in Holiday maybe search things like massage near me or spa near me, because a lot of people do the near me searches today, that's really going to bring you some traffic as well because you'll show up there. And we have some kind of tips and tricks that we do to make sure that your map ranking will show up even if you're not the actual closest to them. Like maybe they're searching from a different part of Holiday than where you're located, and so you wouldn't actually be the closest one near them, but we can make it so that it does pop up kind of all across the city when people search like near me or something like that. So let me show you a couple other things, okay? Let's see. So one thing I want to point out, when I search Spa Holiday Utah, you're right there at number 2 in the maps. But that's me searching from here in Goodyear, Arizona, right? But if I use this tool, which lets me search from a specific location, and I search Spa Holiday Utah from Holiday, let's see what we get. So here I show you down at number 6 in the maps, okay? Now that's probably, a lot of that though is because, see, your physical location is like in the outskirt kind of here, whereas these guys are more center of Holiday, and that's where when I search from Holiday, it's putting me like as if I'm searching from the dead center. So that's why that is why you're showing down there. I'm sure you're probably getting some business from online, but it's probably very limited. It's where people are searching right around here. So So yeah, it would basically, the game plan would be fix your site, optimize it, and get it to rank in Holiday, in the maps, and organically, but then also build a page for Salt Lake City and get that to rank organically so that you can pick up a lot of the people that are scrolling down here, you know. Like these guys, for example, Avenues Day Spa, or even, oh, there's Basalt, but Avenues is not in the maps, right? They're not in the top 3. So, but I bet they're still getting some calls just from being right here. Now let me go over here. Okay, let me show you this. So here's your site, and one of the first like glaring things that I see that is actually unbelievable to me, because you've paid SEO companies to work on this, especially SEO.com, like a huge company. The fact that your title tag right here just says Home Mountainside Spa, that is a huge indication that those guys are doing basically nothing, because this is the #1 thing that tells Google what your page is all about. Okay? They don't need to know that this is the home page. That's pointless because you're not trying to rank for home. This should say something like Mountainside Spa, day spa, and massage therapists in Holiday, Utah. You know, because that way when people search day spa or massage therapist, the keyword is right there in the #1 thing that Google factors into telling what your page is about. And so this just makes me angry to see that, because I know that that company has just done nothing but take your money. And from everything I've looked into, basically on page is a huge mess, and that would be the first thing I would fix. You know, I would go through and fix all the on-page issues, and you know, that just that alone is going to really help rankings. Let me click back over here. Okay, so here's something I plugged your site in here, and here's the top like 10 keywords that I put. I got all these, right? Those ones that you were really concerned about, like organic skincare, membership, massage, I made sure to get those in there. So here's what I see, okay? And this is when I see results like this, that tells me that on page is just a mess, because you shouldn't see, if something is done properly, you shouldn't see rankings that are kind of like really all over the place, you know? You should expect to see that for these 10 keywords that are all somewhat closely related in what your site is all about, like some of them I took exactly from your service pages. Some you've got on page 3, and then others are not anywhere in the top 100, you know? So what that comes down to is basically just your content and all the stuff that's on page, and Google not really understanding exactly what your site, like all the different services and things that you guys do. Because if they did have a full understanding of that, then you'd be ranking like for massage therapists. See, the fact that you rank, where is it? Massage Salt Lake City's number, that's not great either, but 79, but then this isn't in the top 100. Or like spa's number 29, you know? Oh, I thought I had day spa in here. Oh yeah, I do have day spa. Day spa's number 24. Ah, okay, never mind. I messed up there. But yeah, basically, the first step would be changing everything on page to make it clean and done properly. Another thing I wanted to show you was, if I search massage or spa, it shows me a keyword volume of 0, but that's not true. It's just in lower populations like that, they don't really have the data for it. But you know, there are people searching this, and Spa, Holiday, Utah. It's just these tools aren't always 100% accurate, and they don't always show everything. Okay, so let me show you a couple of my sort of top ranking sites, and I want to explain another thing that might be somewhat of an option for you, but it might be kind of tricky because of the way that the fact that you're like a brick and mortar location and not a service-based business that goes to people. Okay, so let's do this one. Towing Scottsdale. That's the best keyword. And right here, this is my client's Scottsdale Tow Truck Company. Number one. Okay. Let's do tree removal, Surprise. Daisy. This is mine. Boom. Let's see. Appliance repair, Jackson, Mississippi. This is mine here. Jackson Appliance Repair Company. Window tinting, Yuma AZ. Those guys, window tinting Yuma right there. Okay, and I've got several more, and I won't just drag on with those, but these are all sites that I built from the ground up, and they're basically what's called a lead generation website. So let me go back to just towing Scottsdale, and I'll kind of try to show you something here. So if I click in here and I go to the pictures, let me see if I can find one where you can actually see it. There we go. So the guy I work with here, his company is actually called Ace Towing. It's Ace Flatbed Towing. But we did Scottsdale Tow Truck Company because it really helped to have the keywords tow truck and company and the city. You know, it's always been, and it for the foreseeable future, it will be a huge factor in ranking, especially in the maps, is just simply what are the keywords in your actual name, you know? So let's do this again. Salt Lake City. Now I bet you, so see every single one of them, massage, 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 you know, these guys don't. Massage, Avenues, Day Spa. Another option that you might want to, that maybe we could consider, would be something like building out a lead generation website instead that's like, you know, Salt Lake City Massage, especially if you want to really get business from Salt Lake City, or Salt Lake City Day Spa, or you know, maybe one for each, especially since the volume is so huge. The only issue there is, so see how these all have directions, they have a physical address that they show because people go and show up there. So the way around that would be, like, let me just go back here one more time. So notice here that mine has no directions. So this has a physical address where we verified it at, but my guy doesn't do any impounds or anything like that. So people should never expect to actually show up at this location. Instead, he drives to them. The same with the tree service and the appliance repair guy. You know, it's not like someone's bringing their washing machine to him. He's going to their house. So you hide the address by selecting a little box when you set it all up that says you service customers at your location. So what we could do as an option, and this is totally up to you, I just want to throw it out there so you have it available, is do something like Salt Lake City Massage. You know, that's the name. And you could even go as far as doing a DBA as that if, you know, you want it to be 100% careful and legit or whatever with it, but we wouldn't show directions. So the only issue would be, people would be like, oh, where do I go? Where do I go? And there's no address sheets, but they call, maybe they make a phone call and they see that, or you tell them over the phone, like, hey, here's our address, we're located in Holiday. That's something that I don't know if it's the greatest option for something like what you do because you're brick and mortar, but it's an option, you know, to try to capture a bunch of leads for Massage Salt Lake City. So I wanted to kind of throw that out there as something that you could possibly do, but yeah. This video is going to cut me off at 15 minutes, but I'll try to answer whatever I didn't hit from your text in the email that I sent. Okay, I'll send it over.